Doom, the Dark Ages. Hi, my name is Crazy James, and today I want to go into a little bit of an opinionative rant about the game itself. Not gonna lie, not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Honestly, I expected a lot worse from how it looked so stiff in the trailer with certain animations. Even though certain parts of it is stiff, for the most, it's pretty smooth. And I haven't played it myself, but I've watched a ton of people play it from tons of different skill levels with Doom. I've watched people that did Doom on Doom Eternal on Ultra Nightmare. I've watched it from people that are like a normal type of Doomer, casual, and pretty much everybody has roughly the same experience. And that's a cool thing. Doom Eternal, you would have a drastically different experience depending on your personal skill level. But Doom the Dark Ages, a lot like 2016, has a more slower, grounded gameplay, which makes it a lot easier in some ways, but with the introduction of like new mechanics such as the parry system and some of the new guns and enemy types, it makes it a bit more complex. In a way, it's kind of like in the middle. It's like the gameplay is slightly like Doom Eternal-esque, but it's got the pacing of Doom 2016, if that makes any sense to the imagination. Now, hot take and controversial take, I personally love the music. Like, the music of Doom the Dark Ages, I even think I said it in my last Doom the Dark Ages rant, but I love the more heavy metal-esque stuff. Argent metal, I like that too, but I like this heavy metal versions a lot more, mainly because my taste in music was critiqued over the years through listening to stuff like Ozzy Osbourne, Kiss, Alice in Chains, like stuff like that, and so this appeals more to me personally, and I just love it. I just wish that it didn't have like a weird like bug in it. And that's also another thing. This thing is riddled with bugs, way more than 2016 and Doom Eternal was at launch, like way more. And at times, like the game's music and sound will just completely cut out, and it'll just come back a little later, and it's like, okay, that's weird. And also, I've seen reports of a shield bug where like you get off the dragon and it just disappears, which that's fun, I guess. But other than that, the gameplay itself is pretty solid, and the game looks amazing. Especially with the this is like a brand new Doom engine, from what I understand. They just built this engine from the ground up, and they made ray tracing not a toggleable feature, but it's ingrained into the engine itself. As for what would I rate the game, it's a solid 7 out of 10. It gets knocked a few points because of the story. I still personally loathe the story. It is slightly better than Eternals, but my gosh, it just I'm sorry, but they did the Slayer kind of dirty in some of those scenes where he's just like helpless, and as the player character, you just feel like, well, this sucks, you know? It's like, why? Huh. And I just don't like it at all. It just feels like, even just watching it, it feels wrong. Like, in so many ways. Now, with a lot of other stuff about the story, like him being a zombie, and, like, Cthulhu monsters, all of that, it's just like, I already threw my hands up at the story, like, whatever, at Eternal. Here, I'm really just throwing my entire body up, like, just being like, bro, I don't care anymore. This stuff is hilarious at this point. I just, enjoy the cutscenes just for the sheer hilarity and slight badassery that the Doomslayer has. Just being this guy that's just like, you know what? Yeah. And something I really found funny on some of them scenes, especially when like the Heart of Argent girl, the Mary Sue of the story, like is imbuing the shield with runes. It looks like he is just enamored by the colorful lights as he's just looking at her, and it's just hilarious to see his like eyes and face. And you can see his face a little bit too in this game. And it is hilarious to see this look on that particular scene. He's like, oh, Janie. This is his expression to me. It's hilarious. And I like it for that value, which is why I rate, like, Eternal a solid 5 out of 10 for me, but with Doom of the Dark Ages, I rate a bit higher because it makes up for the terrible writing in terms of hilarity for me. It just does. It's absurd, and I love it for that. And, as always, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out, and have a very wonderful, blessed day.